Once again, good morning, good evening from wherever you are listening in the world. My name is Habib Umar Kasule, and I will be your host tonight for our presentation. Welcome to CashTelex. Tonight we're talking about money. We're talking about Africa, and we have a special gentleman tonight. He is a father, a mentor, a businessman, a landman, a professor, a CashTelex investor, and most importantly, he is our CashTelex country manager, Uganda. His name is Professor Umar Ahmad Kasule, and he has a lot of knowledge about everything and anything you would think about. But tonight, he's here to share with you CashTelex. So whatever he will present to you and whatever questions you have about CashTelex, please prepare them because we are very grateful to have him here tonight with us. Thank you very much. I hope we follow our rules for the meeting as we start off. Yes, Professor Omar Kasule, please help me welcome you. Please help me welcome Professor Omar Kasule on stage. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Thank you very much, Habib. Well, good evening, everybody. Tonight, we're very privileged to be here to talk to you. I am particularly grateful to the management of CashTelex who have given me an opportunity to be sharing with you an experience, to share with you this very, very important opportunity, a lifetime opportunity that has come our way with you tonight. Habib, thank you so much for those kind words. Habib is also a very, enthusiastic and could I say heavy investor in CashTelex. Very enthusiastic, very hardworking, and a person who is always on the go when it comes to issues or matters CashTelex. Thank you so much. I'm happy to share with you stage tonight. And here we go. I believe all of you are watching, are seeing my screen well shared. So what is CashTelex? This is we're talking about investment, and this is an investment plan that I'm sharing with you tonight. So that those of you who have not yet shared, who have not yet invested, please come on board. If there's anybody who has invested a little, hey, expand your investment, because what we have is nowhere else to be found. It's very, very unique and, very lucrative, has a very huge potential. And once you miss tonight or any other day, you have missed a big deal. So what is CashTelex, or why CashTelex, before we go into any other things? CashTelex has got the ability to give you a daily income, making money every day. You invest whatever it is today. As you all know, capital investments, you don't participate in the running of the business. So it's going to give you daily income in a sense that when you buy shares, we don't wait for a whole year to pass by to calculate dividends and then give you your shares. The shares are given on a daily basis. It is passive income because, like I've said, share capitals, people don't participate in the running of the business. You just put in your money, become an investor, shareholder, and then you wait for your shares to come. So that is passive. You don't do so much about it. Okay. People like me who are in our maybe afternoon lives, not yet evening, we are thinking about retirement. You know, you have got a dad, a sister, a mom, or a friend, or yourself about to retire if you are 50 years and above. Hey, this is an opportunity, you know, that can really redeem you. You know, when you go into retirement, one of the things that many people get worried about is how do we sustain ourselves after having worked for 43 years, you know, in a job or in an enterprise, and then you are told to go home. Going home wouldn't be a problem. But the question on the mind of a retiree is, how am I going to add up? How am I going to make ends meet if you have not made any potential substantial investment in your life? And this is very true for many of us who have been working in the civil service or in offices in the private sector. We are used to, go home, wake up in the morning, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back. Then at the end of the 45th year, they tell you, time up, go home tomorrow, don't come back to the job. Yeah, many people would want to rest, but how do you carry on with it? Because the mouth will always be demanding, the stomach will be always demanding, health issues come up. So you need a plan of how are you going to manage without that paycheck coming in regularly. Yeah, can think of financial freedom for others. When you get a daily income of, say, even if it's $10 every day, that leads you to daily income, to financial freedom, as we shall see down here. CashTelex gives you also the opportunity of a generational income, in the sense that once you begin it, because shares, even when you die, as long as the company is still surviving, your children and your future generations can benefit from CashTelex. So that is very, very important. Of course, being built in the state-of-the-art technology that we have today, the blockchain technology, that's where CashTelex is best or is located. It has been, placed on the blockchain technology platform. That makes it very easy. You'll be able to access your funds anywhere in the world, and every transaction that you do will be secured. So the unique approach of CashTelex is, as it says, it's a financial service company running on blockchain, and it offers various services, almost all services offered by a modern bank, but online. You imagine your accounts, wherever you're holding them. They are not in Kampala, they are not in Nairobi, they are not in Nigeria, Abuja, or whatever. They are online. Anytime you have access to them, fully, forget about this telecom accessibility of, internet banking and so on and so forth. No, this is fully, available to you in the fullest sense. You can even, organize loans and so on and so forth. It's an asset-backed digital currency. Now, this one sometimes scares people. Yes, digital currency has come. It has come. It's a paradigm has shifted. Like it or not, digital currency will never go back. No matter how challenging it is, it will never go back. But of all the digital currencies that you may have heard about, with all the challenges that there are, all of them are solved by CashTelex. That's how unique we are. For instance, many currencies, we are told, or you have experienced, they're very volatile, very, very volatile. They're unstable. Today the price is high, the value is high, and then tomorrow it falls down. So it becomes very risky for some people to invest, especially if you are a heavy investor in those cryptocurrencies. But in CashTelex, we have crypto, but backed up by assets. Now, those assets make firm our value. It doesn't fluctuate. It cannot go below the value of assets that are backing it up, for example. Actually, that's what it means, right? If the value of CashTelex is $1 billion or $100 billion, there's no way the value of CashTelex shareholders can go beyond that value, all right? Total sum value. So the holders of CashTelex will be assured of having a value that is going to be inherent, that is going to be very stable. And what are the assets? We shall look at them down here. They are very resilient also. You know, you're not just giving it any kind of asset that's not resilient. We're not putting it in cars and so on and so forth. We are putting it in real, we are anchoring the value of CashTelex in real valuable businesses, rather assets that do not easily lose value, assets like gold and precious stones and land and real estate. Those are real hardcore value holders. And it's also a shareholding and a security token, which has got a very dynamic ecosystem. So you are not just holding a coin like Ethereum or whatever. It is, we have got an ecosystem where all those assets are assembled. It's not only one. All the assets are assembled, and the value thereof is what you are shareholding. You hold a coin, but the coin is at the same time a shareholding. So all people starting with Africans are invited. I encourage you to come and buy the shares. I am a shareholder. Habib is a shareholder, my host tonight. And many of our colleagues out there in the audience are shareholders. So when you invest in CashTelex, you're not just, putting in money and you are the mercy of the owners of the business to declare assets, to declare, dividend profits and dividends. You are the actual owner actually here, as we shall see. The company's ultimate goal is, because of that, everybody being encouraged to come and to take a portion of shareholding in CashTelex. Our ultimate goal is to empower at least 1 million African households to be earning at least $10 every day. You see, in the initial process, in the initial stages of this shareholding, we have opened the gates exclusively for the African people. Why the Africans? Because, as you all know, Africa has been known for all the bad things. It's known for ignorance, it's known for poverty, it's known for disease, hunger, and insecurity, and corruption of late. Governments cannot, everywhere in the world, people think, oh no, Africa is that kind of picture. They look at it in the kind of, lenses. And therefore, if you have to do anything to help Africa come up in a better image, improve the image of Africa, let all the Africans come and buy. Even if you bought 10 shares, even if you bought 100 shares, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, you'll be living a different, more decent life. So as individuals, we can work on ourselves, come and invest in CashTelex and have a state-of-the-art, technology, a dedicated team of players work for you and bring in those dividends. If you made $10 daily, that would mean how many dollars a month? 10 times 30? That is $300. That's no little money. to begin with for an average. Right? I will show you the projections later on. And when you get 10, these people can afford with the $10 daily. You can afford food, good food, balanced diet. You can afford clothing. You can afford accommodation as an individual, not even as a household. As an individual, also you can have accommodation, and you can afford medical care. So all the above can be achieved through the ecosystem of CashTelex, which is displayed on the screen. You can see all these functionalities, all these entities contribute to the central, ecosystem. Rather, contribute to the amount of money that people who are investing can be enjoying in terms of dividends or in terms of profits that are given out as dividends on a daily basis. We have got in the red, beginning with the red, we have monetary or money remittance services. You'll see we've got an exchange, all right? In our ecosystem, we've got an exchange where all these transactions can take place. Now, there's remittances, there's CashTelex gold coin and gold outlets. These are going to be independent of the exchange, but rather they're going to be outlets where people can come and pick coins of gold, or trade in gold, or own, exchange your crypto with gold coins and so on and so forth. Then the exchange services, of course, that's where most of the profits are going to be made. CashTelex loans to be running on the exchange, medical insurance, the number of coins you have are going to be, the value of the number of coins you have is going to be your insurance premium. You're going to be given insurance up to the amount of coins you have. I mean, unbelievable. When we talk of availability of food, healthcare, this is what we're talking about. Okay? CashTelex access points, real estate. We got Galactic City, as we're going to be looking at it. Let's look at the cost versus benefit. All people from all walks of life are encouraged to make their investments. People are called upon. I mean, I'm calling upon you. Send the message to your brothers, to your sisters, to your extended family, close members, friends. Bring everybody, because this is an opportunity they shouldn't miss. A person can begin with a bare minimum of 200,000 Uganda shillings, or equivalent of $60. That's a bare minimum. All right. If you do that, that would be good. If you can't afford $60, okay, come in, even $30. Why not? Even $10, why not? Come on, at least hold something in CashTelex. Hold a share, a small share that you can able to do. But I also know there are people who have put in millions, and people are holding 1 million shares, 1 million coins of CashTelex. The investment, is buying. I've already emphasized that the way you invest is by buying shares and holding them. All right. Benefits from the investment. We hear in CashTelex, you see so many telecom companies nowadays, they have gone into selling shares. I asked a lady in Airtel in the due course of this week. I called and I was curious. I said, okay, because they keep on sending us messages on our lines. So I called this lady and said, yeah, I know Airtel is selling shares. How much of the total shares are we going to be holding as shareholders? Has Airtel declared that? She said, I'm not aware. And I said, now maybe we are going to be sharing only 5% of the total profits of Airtel Africa or of the Airtel Uganda. So we would want to know, one would be interested in knowing. For us, we are declaring here, it's a 20-80 ratio of dividends. CashTelex will remain with 20 shares, or 20 profits will be 20% will be remaining with the company to run the costs of the company, research and development, and all those things. And 80% or 80, a share, the ratio of 80 is going to be divided between me and you. And that offer is enormous. It's unbelievable. All right. 80%, the greatest profit of the company shares are going to be shared between you and me. And that is a very, very promising idea. It really comes out to address the issues we've been talking about: poverty, every household able to get at least a decent accommodation, and so on and so forth. It's a people-based kind of enterprise, where the owners, the initiators, because we are the owners, the initiators envisaged that let us give let's give a chance to everybody to own a share in the CashTelex ecosystem. So, of course, that's one way. The dividends appreciation, of course, the shares will appreciate, what we call capital gains. If you are holding 100 shares today, and I'm going to be demonstrating that very shortly. Everybody who has got CashTelex coins can get up to 40% discount, when you buy items using CashTelex from our CashTelex Go shopping platform. And of course, there is 24/7 access to your decentralized wealth, and access to gold and silver and other exchange services. By the way, in our exchange, we have got the capacity to convert CashTelex or crypto to fiat, and fiat to crypto, and so on and so forth. So let us look at this conservative projection of what could be. Suppose somebody is holding 1,000, you used $1,000 to buy CashTelex. Say if it is $10, if you have got $10, you get $10,000. If the CashTelex goes to $100 or $1,000 or $12,000, this is the number of shillings, or the number of dollars you're going to have. So it is that powerful. Then, what are the drivers of CashTelex value? Construction of the CashTelex city in Uganda. This city has already been fully reserved. Got $300 to $374 or even $400, close to 400 housing units have already been fully reserved, and they are awaiting construction. Soon, we are going to be doing the construction. A few small hurdles are holding us back, but we should have started construction a long time ago even. And then we have got the gold outlets. I've already talked about them. We've got CashTelex Go. This is an online shopping platform where people, every time people want to buy on this exchange, on this platform using CashTelex, they create a demand. And once the demand in CashTelex is created, of course, the value of CashTelex goes up. All right. You also know that we have got only 100 million CashTelex coins that are going to be shared. So once they are all shared among people, if 100 million people are sharing these coins, well, the value could be that. But what will happen if 1 billion people are scrambling to hold CashTelex value coins? What will happen to the value? All right? The value will definitely shoot up. The uniqueness of CashTelex, I've already talked about that, I think. Now, how do you take part in CashTelex? Simple steps. Just get You have got your national ID, driving permit or passport, and identification. All right. Functional email address, and your investment. That's it. You know, the more the investment, the more the returns, and vice versa. You know, the more your coins you hold, the more money you bring in, the more coins you hold, and the bigger the coins you hold, the bigger the share, and the shareholder, therefore being a shareholder, the bigger the dividends that will come your way on a daily basis, remember, because we said we've got technology that can do balance all those things that people, auditors can do for over a year to declare profits. For us, the platform where CashTelex is running has got ability to do that. It's fully automated. Now, yes, you have reason. Those fellows, those are our brothers and sisters, maybe sons and daughters, cousins, or whatever you want to call them. That's a typical, when you go to AI and ask AI to give you a picture of poverty in Africa, a picture of poverty in the world, that's the picture you get. That's the photo you get. These fellows here look like they represent the standard of poverty. But guess what? We can turn around those kids' lives if they're still there. I don't think this one was taken during my days. Is it this in the 1960s? No. This could be in the 2000s. So these guys, wherever they are, trust me, we can turn around their lives. Just get to CashTelex, buy, and let them have access to all those ones that we have talked about. If you have any questions, you can call those numbers. And that's it. Thank you very much for being good listeners tonight. I know you want to interact with me. You want to ask questions. So I'll give back the mic or the platform to my host, Habib, to take us through in the next section or segment of our presentation. Thank you. Over to you, Habib.
Thank you very much, Professor Omar Gasule. What a wonderful presentation we had tonight.
Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen and ladies. See you next time. Bye-bye.